start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Throwing now is Lance. Buying time to his left. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
A good grab there by the former Central Michigan man, Antonio Brown.
And he ate up some real estate on the catch too, didn't he? I think the most impressive part of it, though, if there's a chance for him to get the
pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Jazz Surratt, credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. After the sack on 1st down, Lance. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. And he is out of bounds inside the 35.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
And he will find his man, Samuel. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Well, this crowd does not like that call.
Understandable reaction from them. That's their team that the penalty is going against. But you and I both know they're going to take care of the quarterback.
On 1st down, Lance. And Brown's got it. He's got a Jets touchdown. With a first touchdown of this Super Bowl and a long one at that. And the Jets are on the board first here in this Super Bowl. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Pulls it in at the 13. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 32-yard line.
Play action. It's Wilson. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. And he is finally out of bounds, just shy of the 5, all the way down at the 6. 1st and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. Now Wilson. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
Whenever I see a drop like that, I have to kind of take a step back and check myself a little bit. So used to seeing those big guys make big-time spectacular plays that when they drop one, I have to remind myself, we ask a lot out of these guys. Block and catch the football, not easily done in today's NFL.
On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop ball right around the 5 here, brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because
and it's caught in the end zone for the Viking touchdown by Justin Jefferson. A 5-yard touchdown catch, and the Vikings are an extra point away from tying up this Super Bowl. And now before we get to the extra point, remember all touchdowns do have to be confirmed by the replay official. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Extra point splits the uprights, and that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. And the Jets have got it. So an onside kick fail in the first quarter. Not sure I completely see the logic there.
It's not apparent, is it? You almost have to go deeper, I think, and maybe if we try and work along with them and speculate a little bit here, they must feel like they need to steal possessions in this game, and maybe they don't match up possession for possession with the opposite team. They got to steal it and try and gain an advantage, and they tried. They just didn't get it done.
It's a big play that time by the Jets. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Trey Lance, a 9-yard touchdown run. And the Jets have taken the lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7.
14, Vikings 7.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Pulls it in at the 13. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. Escaping the pressure right. And he's got this to Jefferson. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. You look at this Super Bowl, the second appearance for this head coach. The first one did not go as planned, as we all know. But what do you think he's learned from that first go-around?
He learned how much it hurts to lose, and that's what you hear from coaches so often. They don't remember the wins as much as they remember the losses. You can talk about the media, the scrutiny, the hoopla, but once you've had to shake a head coach's hand and jog off the field and know you have to face the media, face your fans, face your home life, knowing that you've lost the Super Bowl, that hurts big time, and you're going to do everything possible to try and prevent that from happening again.
And he's taken down inside the 30.
Second and short, that's a rundown, so it's definitely a good time to go play action if you're feeling it. And they do so and pick up a first down.
Now Wilson on 1st down. Right side, that's complete to Gronkowski. Touchdown! Rob Gronkowski, 28 yards. And the Vikings are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied here in the second quarter. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match than a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
To throw again on 2nd down, Lance. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Vikings pick up the football. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A big play that time through the air. 32 yards. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. Sliding out of the pocket. And this one right back into the hands of Jefferson. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6.
First and goal at the 6-yard line.
Now it's Wilson. And this ball is caught by Irv Smith. Touchdown, Vikings. Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson. 3 touchdown passes now. And the Vikings are going to take the lead. Extra point splits the uprights. And the lead is now 21-14. And McGinnis with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result had he opted for the touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. On 1st down, it's Mitchell. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
The coaches stress their defense being physical. They don't just mean the big guys. How about the guys on the outside, the quarterbacks? It's not just their job to patrol the airspace. They can get involved in the run game as well.
On 2nd and 12, Lance. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds the defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback. I've got to throw it. He bailed out the defense with that incompletion.
With nowhere to throw it, decided to scramble, and a nice job, CD. Got the yardage that he needed.
Yeah, and his teammates are certainly going to appreciate that effort, even if his coaches don't, because they would have wanted him to slide and protect himself. But he chose team gain over personal protection.
On 1st and 10, here's Lance. He's got a man, complete. And all the way in, touchdown, New York. Robert Tonyan, 63 yards. And the Jets are an extra point away from tying this thing up. They'll try and throw for it. Rolling to his right. And he will get into the end zone as they will indeed claim a 1-point lead. And that was the old QB one-man band play there on the conversion.
And look, let's face it, even quarterbacks who don't have great mobility, in certain situations, they're able to actually take the ball in themselves. Remember way back when Joe Namath against the Giants in the Yale Bowl, right? Remember Joe had all those knee operations. They thought he couldn't run it. No one accounted for him. He practically walked into the end zone.
A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not. Gronkowski's going to go. He's at the 30. 10. And the ball is knocked out. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. There are 2 words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S, ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you got defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you, no matter what position you play, you've got to take care of the rock.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it.
And no forward progress here. This is going to be a safety. So troubles here offensively. I tell you, the noise in this dome, that has got to make it harder for these guys to hear.
Sometimes I find myself shouting up here. But you're right. If you can't communicate well or get off the snap count properly, it can cause big problems, and this qualifies as a big problem.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 18-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Now, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. Throwing now, Wilson on first down. Looking for Gronkowski, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Deshaun Elliott. And the Jets are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. Well, this D, particularly the secondary, has been picked apart at points here tonight. They finally, though, get to the quarterback, get a pick.
And we know this about him. He loves night games, loves the spotlight, loves being the center of attention. I will bet you that he ran off the field almost chuckling to himself. They finally got one. They finally got me.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now a play fake. Lance. This will be caught. It's Samuel. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Deebo Samuel, 54 yards. And the Jets on just 2 plays have taken the lead. They'll look to throw. Complete at the 1. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more.
Vikings 23.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Taking it about the 1. I don't know what was going on there, but the end result, this is going to be a safety. Well, I'm not totally privy to what went on with their offensive meetings, but, Charles, something tells me that one wasn't in the plan.
Yeah, when we had our production.
Looking up into the roof, and he muffs it. It's loose.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And with good starting field position and 3 timeouts as well in their pocket, no reason not to try and put a late scoring drive together. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Now Lance, he's got Tunyon complete over the middle. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Here's Lance. Toward the pylon, caught. Touchdown, Jets. Robert Tunyon as the first half is winding down. And the Jets continue to look good here in the first half of this Super Bowl. From the gun, it's Lance. Steps away to his left. And he will get into the end zone to bump the lead up to 3 scores. So the signal caller doing it himself there on the 2-point try.
You got to like that. We always talk about the ball staying in the hands of the best players, but most of the time you want to get it to a back, pitch it to a wide receiver. In this case, the quarterback did it himself.
Taken from about the 12. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together. Dancing to his left. He's got his big tight end, Gronkowski. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout called. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Final play of the half. It's Wilson. Wide open, Gronkowski. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. So we've reached halftime here in the Super Bowl. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3.
These two teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in this Super Bowl.
Pulls it in at the 13.
And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And right now, their chances of hoisting that Lombardi trophy not looking too great, but perhaps that long halftime, maybe it did them a world of good.
But if there's ever a chance to regroup, it's in this game, right? Because you do have that long halftime, a chance to really assess things and maybe make some changes and true adjustments. They played great all year long. That was the worst first half of the season for them. They're hoping to put it behind them and come out punching here in the second half.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A big connection on that one. 31 yards. What a game it's been for this duo.
They remind me of a good comedy team. They know how to play off of each other so well. No matter how one riffs, the other's right there to pick them up, and they are shredding them in this ball game.
He was out there waving his arms. When you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tab.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Russell Wilson. A 10-yard touchdown run. And the Vikings are able to cut into this lead as they score on the opening drive of the second half. Wilson going to throw for it. On the move to his left. And he'll get in for the 2 points as that'll cut the lead down from 11 to 9. And they decide fairly early here they need the ball back, so here's an onside kick. Well, the Vikings are pointing. They've got it. Minnesota football. I don't know many coaches that would have the guts, the nerve to do this in the Super Bowl, but they did it, and it paid off.
Well, if you were a head coach, you would have done it. I know you. You have that type of nerve, similar to Sean Payton in Super Bowl 44
that's right.
New Orleans when he did it against Indianapolis.
That's exactly right. By the way, I definitely would not have kicked. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short. There's Wilson to throw.
He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey.
They find some open field here. Touchdown, Vikings.
Christian McCaffrey, this is where he can be so dangerous, CD. This offense, they devise ways to get him the football in space and just let him go.
Russell Wilson now will bring his guys up to go for 2. To throw is Wilson, eluding the pressure right. And this one is caught. So they come up with a 2-point conversion, and that makes this a 1-point game now.
And McGinnis with the kickoff honors following the touchdown.
Short kick. One of the up middle take it now. And they're going to have really good starting field position here as that's taken up close to the 40. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Pretty important third-quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45. 5 in enemy territory.
They fake the handoff. Now Lance
being chased out left. He finds Corey Davis. And finally out of bounds, just a few yards short of the goal line at the 3. Big yardage that time for the Jets. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal.
Lance going to throw.
Forced out to his left. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown.
Trey Lance,
his 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the fumble recovery leads to 6 points for the Jets.
Lance now to throw.
Out to his left. And they are 3 for 3 on 2-point conversions as he is into the end zone for the score. Now on the return here, we've got an injured player down there. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break.
Pulls it in at the 13. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. On 1st down, Wilson. And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4.
And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. A big pickup there on the scramble.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Wilson.
And he wisely will throw that one away.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Play action. Now Wilson rolling to his left.
And he's got this to Jefferson.
And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings.
Justin Jefferson.
His 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl.
And the Vikings are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd.
Russell Wilson now will bring his guys up to go for 2. Now Wilson steps away. And he will get into the end zone to cut the lead down to a single point. So they go with a pass there on the 2-point try and able to convert it, Charles.
And a good job by the offense figuring out their 2-point play and using it well. It's interesting how people are using the strategy nowadays, though, isn't it?
It really is, and I don't know how much that particular play factored in, but with the PAT moving back in 15-16, that kind of changed things, didn't it?
It's really a part of everyone's strategy now. When I talk with coaches and when we sit with them, they always talk about they actually have 2-point periods in practice now, something they never really did before.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Ray certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
3rd quarter of the biggest spectacle in sport, the Super Bowl. Thanks for joining us, everybody. 2nd and 10.
On the move to his left. And this is caught. It's Brown. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. Flushed out right. Got a man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jets. Deebo Samuel. His 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl.
And the Jets are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter.
Mike Zimmer's made the decision. His guys will go for 2.
Working from the gun. Lance
out to his left. And make him 4 for 4 now on 2-point conversions as he'll take this one in for the score. 1 quarter remains here in the Super Bowl. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Pulls it in at the 13. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And we're at the time of this Super Bowl where, look, they need points. And they need them badly. Trailing here in the 4th quarter as they begin this drive 1st and 10. Now a throw here to his running back. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. Now a 1st down throw complete downfield. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. And he's just going to get rid of this thing to no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Throwing is Wilson. Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Deshaun Elliott. And the Jets are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. But with the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys, they've been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along. If you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Here's Lance to throw it.
The ball comes out. And the Vikings pick up the football.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here, not done in the 4th. Rolling to his left. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Okay, he's not going to get the 1st down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Wilson's throw complete there to Moore.
And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a 1-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
And the Vikings are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
But correct me if I'm wrong, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown.
Christian McCaffrey.
His 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl.
And the Vikings have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th.
Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. They'll look to throw. That's caught. And he will dive into the end zone, and the 2-point conversion is successful. And, of course, on the 2-point try, had the option to run or pass. They pass it there, and it works.
Felt pretty straightforward, didn't it? An open receiver, ball's put on him, 2 points for them.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Throwing on first down is Lance. Buying time to his left. And incomplete on the deep ball.
What a savvy read by the running back. He saw his quarterback was out of the pocket in a little bit of trouble. He just broke off his route and took off deep downfield. Thought for a second there they had him, but they were unable to connect for a big play.
And Lance will try again on second down. Steps away to his left. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you got a battle on your hand.
And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown! Robert Tonyan with his 3rd touchdown of the Super Bowl. And the Jets find a way to stretch their lead. Big play coming now for the Jets as they'll set up to go for 2. They'll try and throw for it. And this one's caught. And their 4th quarter lead grows by a couple more. So they try to make it a 2-score game with a conversion. It pays off.
And they've looked at the situation, figured it out well. A 2-score game in this situation, they've got to feel much better about where they are.
And a fair catch called for and made at the 12-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the 4th quarter. This drive becomes very critical. And he'll go out of bounds, looks like right at the 15. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
Looked to me like they adopted what my kindergarten teacher always said. If at first you don't succeed, try again. And finally, able to hold him in check. He'd been carving him up running the ball.
That's the first time I think I've seen where the coverage was good downfield and they accounted for him and stopped him for a short pickup.
Yeah, I don't think it was a big adjustment, but much more emphasis on making sure they knew where he was when he decided to take off and go.
Now that's one they hate. The ball's got to come all the way back.
So that's an explosive play, a really explosive play that gets wiped out, and they have to start over after the penalty.
Dancing to his left. He's got it complete to Gronkowski. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. A big play that time through the air. 30 yards. Now the big play pushes him all the way out to the 40 now for first down. Here's Wilson being chased out left. Wide open, Gronkowski. Touchdown, Vikings. Rob Gronkowski, his 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Vikings have made this now a 1-score game. Now Wilson, forced out to his left. And make him 4 for 4 now on 2-point conversions as he'll take this one in for the score. And McGinnis with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. This is taken just shy of the 10. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And the tension ratcheting up all around. A 1-score game, 4th quarter of the Super Bowl. This is what you folks came for. Every play with the potential to win or lose a title as they look to drain some time off this clock. Right back to Mitchell on 2nd down. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
And he he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a third and about 4. So here we go, Charles, third down. Any chance you're throwing?
I don't think so. I think you got to keep the clock rolling here.
And indeed, they will keep it on the ground. And he is going to have the first down, and that is going to suck the life right out of this crowd. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's going to be stacked up right at the line of scrimmage. Nothing there for him. Second down. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter.
Taking it right down Broadway. And he's going to get this all the way down to the Vikings 5. 65 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. The Vikings going to use their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. And they take a knee. That is likely the final play of this game, and no better feeling, I would imagine, than taking a knee to wrap up the Super Bowl.
Culminates everything. The championship is theirs. And just think, the last play they had in practice before this game began was doing this. Practicing taking a knee and winning a Super Bowl.
And they get to do just that. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. From the left hash. Should be a fairly easy one here. And the kick is good. So you wonder how this one might be remembered the next time these two teams meet. But until then, this game's over. And the New York Jets have won the Super Bowl. And the Lombardi Trophy will be in the Big Apple. And when this moment comes, I think you look back at all the blood, sweat, and tears, the offseason, the workouts, training camp, week 1, 2, 3, all building up now to say you're a Super Bowl champion. It's worth it.
It certainly is, and rarely do we have a team that hoists the Lombardi Trophy that didn't have their share of bumps along the way. Didn't have
We welcome everybody to the Garden State. EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. This the scene just before we came on air. This New York crowd fired up by the arrival of their G-men as they burst from the locker room. They're ready to go as the Giants get set to match up with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Pharaoh Cooper now going to bring it out.
Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 up to the 33. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Throwing Jones. And that's complete to Shepard. The 20. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. And yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty, no question there.
You don't think they spent a couple seconds mulling over what the penalty would do?
I don't even know why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
Graham Gano on for the extra point. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds. So really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. The Buccaneers in good field position here to start out 1st and 10 at their own 42. Working from the gun, it's Brady. Throw left side, complete. That's Johnson. There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Tyler Johnson, 58 yards. And the Bucs are just an extra point away from grabbing the lead now. Brady's going to look to throw. And this is going to be hauled in. So they get the 2-point conversion. And now they have an 8-6 lead. And around the goal line, especially on 2-point tries, sometimes the QB's best friend is that big target, the tight end.
I love how you described it because you know he's going to have some length and some catch radius as well as a big body to keep people away from the football.
And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, let's see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. Now Jones. To Shepard, complete over the middle. There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Giants. Sterling Shepard with his 2nd touchdown of this opening quarter. And the Giants on just 2 plays have taken the lead. Jones throwing for it. Steps away. And he is into the end zone as that pushes the lead up to 6. Well, not content with the first quarter lead, I guess. They're going to go onside kick. And the Buccaneers able to recover. Their hands team does its job. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, It was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A big play that time for Tampa Bay. Brady. And Evans hauls it in. Touchdown, Bucs. 4 yards on the touchdown grab. And the Bucs are just an extra point away from grabbing the lead now. Extra point up and good by Succop. And with it, his guys take the lead here by a point.
Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. On the return is Cooper from his end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. Buying time to his left. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. It's Devin White, the linebacker. And it's a pick six. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD. Well, you don't want to coach him, Charles, to stay in the pocket on every play, but I guess that's the danger of getting outside of the pocket, extending a play, and making a bad throw. Turns into 6 points the other way.
Yeah, sometimes when you get outside the pocket, your vision actually gets obscured a little bit, or you narrow it down too much, and you don't see all the defenders in the area.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. On the return, it's Pharaoh Cooper.
And he won't quite make it to the 25.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they just had that pick six. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle. You know, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there. It's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Yeah, we'll see if they can do it here. Steps away to his... And a big loss here as he's taken down. JPP cruising in for the sack that time. After the sack, oh, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's second and a country mile. On the move to his left. And got his man complete. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a third down.
That's a good bounce back play right there after taking a sack on first down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a third and short yardage call. If you're the offensive coordinator, you like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out third and long. Containing him is becoming a big problem. We've already seen this once earlier in this drive.
Yeah, and so now 2 times this has happened. Do you adjust something?
Yeah, I think you do. I think you got to start thinking about your rush lanes. Try not to either get too wide or too narrow. Make sure someone is there waiting for him to take off.
On this one, incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the shot. It fell incomplete.
An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. Jones fakes the give to Barkley. Dancing to his left. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Sean Murphy-Bunting. And the Bucs force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27.
He violated a big-time no-no in throwing that pick, rolling right, throwing across his body.
And you know that your dad taught you that in the backyard when you were a tyke.
Yep.
Don't do it. The problem, every now and then you get away with it. This time, not the case.
That throw by Brady incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
To throw again on second down. Brady, and he finds Gronk. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
On first down, Brady. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down. So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10. Now Brady again. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
A gain of 8 yards. And it's third down.
Brady looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Evans has it left side. Past the 20. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Tom Brady, his 3rd touchdown pass of this first half. And the Buccaneers here finding a way to stretch their lead. And now Coach Bruce Arians has made the call. His guys will go for 2. Brady will look to throw for it. And this is going to be caught. It's good. And that extends their lead by 2 more. He hits the big target for the 2-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And 2 picks thrown here in this first half alone. We'll see how that affects him.
Can't wait to see where his confidence is, because the great ones, they'll throw 4 or 5 picks, and while it'll hurt their team, it won't hurt their confidence. They'll think something was just wrong with the ball or the wind or something was funny. It's never about them. That's how they stay so into the moment and into the game.
Now Jones throwing on first down. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit him over the top, unsuccessfully.
And he gets this up to the 34, out of bounds there. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.